British rice business. वो भी खाई है ना देखो मत ही खाए हैं नहीं खांसी आ रही तो यहाँ घर रात को हलवा नहीं उड़ रहा भाई तो खाने में देखो बन गया मम्मी मैं तो हर जगह रहती तो नहीं खाती थी
हाय गाइस, फोटो ले लो।
हेलो। Hi, good evening, everybody. Am I audible now? Cool. Thanks for confirming through the chat window. Okay, we'll allow another couple of minutes for other students to join in. Meanwhile, a quick check. Can you guys help me understand which college you are from? Use the chat box. KNSIT, Delhi, SVIT, AMC Engineering College, Ambedkar, HKBK, Bahubali, Guru Nanak City, Angadi Institute of Technology, KSIT. AITM, Belgaum, Raymond Institute, SCBIT, G. Mandegowda, Karwar. Jain College of Engineering. Okay, how many of you have logged into the Xcelerator platform? I hope all of you have logged in. Right. So after logging in, did you guys have a look at your profiles? Right. So the profile already has some information. Say, for example, your USN number, which college you are from, which batch you belong to, which stream you belong to. Along with that, we have also covered your semester-wise engineering marks, which is directly made available through the VTU's backend. Okay. So some of you might see discrepancy in terms of backlogs. If you have any, feel free to ignore it for now. Once results of all the semesters are available, the backlogs will automatically get updated. Right? Quick thing on your profile. So all of you are requested to add other information on the portfolio. For example, engineering information is already available, but you might have to manually key in the 10th and 12th education details. How many of you have done that? Adding 10th marks and 12th marks? Just say me if you have done it already. And I think I only see 2 acknowledgements, 3, 4. So whoever has not done it, please do it. That is step 1. Post that, you're also expected to update your internships, uh, your projects, and your certification information. So there is a reason as to why this information is required. It picks up the skills that you key in and tries to match with the skills that an industry folk is asking for. Only if you are able to, only if you have a fully completed profile, the platform can make wonders for you. Okay, in terms of matching the skill sets and recommending the companies or jobs you aspire to apply in or be at. All right, is that clear? I see a couple of them say, sir, unable to change the dates as the calendar is not working. Can you unmute yourself and say where exactly do you see this issue? In the education section?
Yes, sir. In while adding in 10th and 12th marks, sir.
Okay.
Can't add it in there, sir.
Okay. 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 Cool. I'll make a note of it and put across to the team. Anything else, guys? Also in the certification section. Okay, noted. Alt tab, the calendar is not working. Done. Noted. I think by Monday morning, first half, this should be there. I request you guys to revisit Monday second half and update the profile. All right. I'm just checking if the trainer is on the call. Just give me a minute. Looks like the trainer is taking time to join the call. I also wanted to cover another topic. So some of you were not able to, or some of your friends, if in case they're not able to log into the platform, just because the email ID is either unknown or uh, email ID is either unknown or incorrect. In such cases, your TPOs can modify the email ID for you. Like how you get to log in your TPOs. When I say TPO, talent placement officer, your placement officers can log in. There's a section called Finder where they can put in your USN number or your name and find your profile. They have edit access to modify your email IDs. All right. So put across this message to your friends, classmates who are not able to log in because of email ID related discrepancy. Some of you have been asking about recorded sessions. The yesterday's session is recorded. Today's session will also be recorded. We will provision them through the Xcelerator platform itself. You will get a drive link on the platform using which you can access these materials. Thank you. Students, allow me a minute. I will make a phone call and come back. Thanks for your patience. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one of you happened to ask what is Xcelerator. Maybe this video can help you understand.
Breaking the boundaries between academia and industry with Vishveshwaraya Technological University's Central Placement Cell, Xcelerator platform. Get a glimpse into the future of career development where academia and industry collaborate for mutual growth and success. Today, we proudly introduce our innovative product, Xcelerator, a central placement platform to bring students, corporates, and educational institutions together. For colleges, this platform offers transformative benefits. Colleges can reach out to industries to launch real-world projects that help students develop essential skills, and students receive direct feedback from the industry. Colleges can use this tool to showcase student portfolios across regions to attract diverse companies, broadening opportunities for placements. Colleges can manage placements efficiently with a centralized data view. They can track student progress in real time, enabling informed decision-making for better outcomes. Colleges can identify areas for improvement through skill gap analysis. They can monitor individual progress and provide targeted support to align student skills with industry requirements. For students, this platform is more than just a job portal. It's a gateway to success. Here's how they can take advantage of this tool. Students can understand what companies expect, as well as identify areas for improvement within their own skill set. They can gain confidence through engagement with industry and develop practical skills through real-world projects. Students can effortlessly craft interactive portfolios and CVs using our inbuilt tools. They receive guided suggestions to enhance their content and customize their profiles for specific job opportunities. Students can reduce their preparation time with our AI-driven interview prep tool. They can benefit from mentorship provided by alumni and industry professionals, focusing on key areas to enhance their placement chances. Students can discover work opportunities across various locations. They can pursue careers in their preferred sectors without geographical limitations. And for corporates, our platform simplifies recruitment and enables best fit. Corporates can lower operational costs with a single access point to a large pool of verified students and identify the best fit. They can use the Xcelerator platform to connect directly with qualified candidates to streamline recruitment process. Corporates can take advantage of a diverse student pool regardless of geography through virtual internships and jobs. They can track engagement and performance to identify top talent using our platform. This tool enables corporates to create a talent pipeline by guiding students to develop the skills they need to be job ready for the future. Corporates who use our platform can foster lasting connections with students through meaningful engagements like projects, events, hackathons, and mentorship programs, enhancing brand visibility within the student community. Join us in revolutionizing the way students connect with their future careers. At Vishveshwaraya Technological University's Central Placement Cell Xcelerator platform, we bridge the gap between academia and industry, creating opportunities that lead to success for everyone involved. Welcome to the new era of career development.
Mr. Kushal, are you there?
Yeah, hello, sir. Am I audible?
You're audible, sir. Are you
All
set?
right. Yeah, I'm set. Good to go.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming.
All right. So very good evening, guys. I hope everyone are doing great. Hope you remember me. Of course, yes. Okay, I see a lot much. Yeah, all right. So let us get started. Okay. So I'm starting sharing my screen. All right. So let me quickly walk through what we have seen in our previous sessions. Okay. So something relevant to if, else if, switch cases, loops. I guess we have seen something relevant to functions, how the recursion call exactly would happen, followed by, okay, we have seen what are pointers. So what does integer pointer, what does float pointer, what does character pointer do? All right, so we have seen the concept of arrays, and we have also got to know, so when you increment a pointer by 1, so what is the pointer type? So based on that, that would increment. Something followed by strings also we have seen, I remember. All right. Okay, fine. So let me just take a new paint file. Good. Okay. So quick queries before we get started. Okay, sir, show from first. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to provide DSA with Python, no worry. Okay, so I'll just try to, yeah, you'll be able to get the recorded sessions like where you have the login. So where you find the link to join, there only will be able to find the recorded sessions. Okay, so this what we have seen in our day 2. So something quickly what we have seen is like we have gone through the conditional statements like if, else, else if, followed by switch case. So after that, so we have seen, okay, we have also seen switch case even. So then followed by that, we have seen what are loops about. All right, so for loop was while loop we have seen. So all the things when it comes to for loop as well as while loop in C, C++, Java, you can try to shift, guys. Okay, you could not find the PPT also. So I'll just once again check with them and I'll try to reshare the PPT once again, guys. Yeah, I'll do that. So post the session, I'll just try to share once again. So we'll try to make it available in the same platform where you have it. Okay. So we have seen what are the different types of loops actually, for loop followed by while loop. So in C, C++, Java, so whatever the things you are trying to perform on for, the same things you can also try to perform on while. So because you see here, for has initialization, condition, updation, body, as well as while also has the same thing. And also I've explained the difference between for as well as while in Python respectively also. Okay, I guess you remember it, correct? So something like that, if you want to do, let's say maybe guys, one quick example over here. Let's take the same thing, okay? So here we are just trying to find what exactly the number of digits of a number. So I'll just copy it over here. So what exactly you try to do to find the count of the digits? Take some count to 0. And of course you have some number. Okay, let's take some number to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'm just giving the logic. It's not respect to any programming language. So then followed by you have while. So until your number is greater than 0, so you just keep on incrementing your count by 1. So followed by you try to remove each and every digit from your number. So when you try to remove each and every digit from your number, so what exactly we'll try to do? We'll try to divide by 10, right? So this is the whole logic what you're trying to apply. The same logic if I try to go with for loop, still we can perform the same. So what's the initialization over here? Is this the initialization? Yes. So number equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the initialization. So this would be our condition. And this is our updation, guys. So each and every time the condition is filling at this respective moment. So where your number you are dividing by 10. So until the condition number greater than 0. So meaning let's try to convert the same code into the for loop in C. So how would we convert? So let's say for, so what do you have? Initialization. Initialize your number with 5. I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know what is a condition. So number greater than 0 is our condition. So followed by what's the updation step? So updation meant it's not only increment or either decrement. So either whatever the action you want to perform such that our condition fails. So that would be our updation part. So you divide the number by 10. Cool. So this is how you update. So now what you are trying to do exactly in the while loop? You're trying to increment the value of count by 1. So that's the body, right? So then what would we do over here? Just take count to 0. So of course inside the loop, so when we go over there, we just simply increment the count value by 1. So you can take this example over here. So what we are trying to do here, still while loop, the entire while loop code, whatever we are trying to write, the same is working with the for without any change. So means if you want to transform for into while or while into for, it is still possible when it comes to C, C++ or Java. So but when you are working with Python, it's not the same. That's the reason you need to go for while loop. Okay. So of course, I guess most of you remember the same. So I'll quickly go for this question. So for int, okay, let's for I in range of 20. So of course, I'm just taking the same thing. So print the value of I, just into space, guys. Just quick answers, guys. What we expect over here? What we expect over here? Yeah, 0 to 19, of course. Yes. Yes, guys. Yes, yes. Right. Let's say the same thing. I'll try to increment the value of I by 5. So what are the answers now? So what do we expect? It's still the same, guys. Of course, it's still the same. So why? Because here we have one thing called range. Okay, like when you provide the range, actually it's fixed. So doesn't matter you try to change the value inside the range, or you increment I, or even you multiply I, doesn't matter. So each and every time the number of iterations, that would be still the same. Okay, got my point? Yeah. So even though you take some value over here to be size, and either you increment the value of size also, it will not affect as part of the loop iterations, but it does affect the value of I as well as size. So meaning, let's say here I value is starting from 0. Maybe if I just keep I to 1, so you multiply by 5, so I would be 5, right? So, but that would be part of only the loop. So once again, when the new loop starts, I value would be reinitialized. Okay, that's the thing what we need to observe. So that's the reason. So we go for while loop. So in while loop, you increment by I by 5 or multiply by 5, modify the size to 5. All those works. Okay, that's a just quick difference. Sorry. All right. Fine. So I'll just take something relevant to strings, guys. So let's try to focus on few things over here. I'll try to take a character array. So char str, maybe I'll just go for some size to 20. And let's say simple hello. Okay. So we have a string over here. Okay, can you explain I into 5? I mean, like this, what I'm trying to say over here is, so even though you try to multiply the value of I by 5, it will not be working on the same loop. So let's say normally what exactly happens over here. So if I just take I starting from 1 going until the value 19, so meaning total 19 iterations would happen, right? So 19 times the loop would run. So even though you won't explicitly do this, still it goes with 19 times only. So but even though you add the value I multiplied by 5, still it goes 19 times. So due to the reason about this range. So this range is a function actually. Okay, this is a function. It's a built-in function, correct? It's a built-in function in Python. So whatever the value you try to provide to range, that would be fixed, guys. Let's say you provided 50, your loop would run 50 times. So until you provide some cases like continue, break if you want to come out. So until that, this goes for 50 times. So even though if I just take some random value, let's say having size to having size to 100. So I just gave range of size. So it runs for 100 times without fail. So even though let's say after 5 iterations, you want to update your size value to somewhere less than 100 to 50. Okay, in the fifth iteration, you want to do this, let's say in the fifth iteration you want to do this. So then what do we expect? So we expect that to be running for 50 times only, but that won't work in Python. So like you are running on this range function. So range one function, once it's defined, it would be fixed. So even though you try to modify the size value would be modified, but it will not reflect on your loop. Okay, so this is the main thing what we need to observe. Okay, whatever you provide to range, that would be fixed. no matter the changes you try to do it over there. Okay, maybe if I just quickly take for a moment. It's loading. Let's wait for. All right. So size to, I'll not go too much. I'll go to 30 for I in range of a size. Print I, just trying to occupy everything in a single line. So end to space. So we got the values from 0 to 29, of course. So now let's say I'll just take the same code. I want to multiply I value. Okay, of course, I value so would be 0. Then I'll start from 1. Doesn't matter when next it's also fine. So I would be multiplied by 5. Still it runs for 29 times only as we're starting from 1. Of course, that's the change. And apart from that, so maybe if I just take size value to be only 5, so we expect it to be running only 4 times, starting from 1, 2, 3, followed by 4. So, but it won't happen. It transfers still 1 to 29. So because that's the reason of range. Okay. So I hope it makes sense. So let's go back. Right. Okay. Cool, guys. So let me just take something about characters. Okay. So like here we are considering some string to hello. Okay. So can someone tell me like what are the ASCII values of A? Okay. So what would be the value of A? Lowercase a, guys. So lowercase a would be 97, right? So uppercase a would be what? 65. Correct? Yes. Yes, right. So let's say, guys, now assuming that a character ch to be assigned with the value a. Okay, let's try to print this. So here printing comes into picture. So I want to print it with percentile d. Then let's say printf, what do you do? Percentage d, and you try to print the value. Here when you're trying to print the value ch, so you get the value to be 97. And let's say if you want to print it as a character, printf percentage c, then you would get the value as a. Okay, so this would be the value 97, and this would be the value, of course, your character. Yeah. Cool. Is this part clear? Yes. Some quick yes, no's in the chat. Yes, right. So now let's say, guys, one more important thing relevant to a character. So what's the size of character? Okay, you want me to repeat it? Cool. All right. So what I'm trying to say over here is, so each and everything when you're trying to work on ASCII values in C, so we get some values to each and every character. Let's say you take 1, 2, 3. So everything would be in the format of a character. So now here I'm assuming the character A. So character A is having the ASCII value of 97, and capital A would be having the ASCII value of 65. Yeah, in Python also it's the same. So maybe as already we have a Python open, so I'll just take in Python. Actually, we have something called Unicode, not ASCII, but you get the value to be still the same. Okay, so I'll just try to show it. Okay, so we have one function actually in Python called ORD. So what ORD does the same is like it has something called Unicode, but the value is still the same, guys. So let's say character A. So what you are trying to get, it's A, right? 97. So ORD of uppercase A. So what would you get? 65. So if you want to also have the endings of both A to Z, so you get 122. So followed by ORD of Z, you would get the value of 90. So 65 to 90. So we can assume that. So these are for capital A to capital Z. Make sense? Similarly, so 97 you start and you go until 122 for lowercase z. So this would be for A and this would be for Z. Okay. So in this way, you can convert actually. So in C, it would be pretty easy, guys. Maybe here we have seen a character to A and we're trying to print that with percentage D as well as percentage C. So what if I take some number? Let's see that. Let's say maybe I'm just having some number to 97. Okay. So of course, it's still the same, right? Printf, you print percentile D. So of course, you get the value of number to be 97. Okay, of course, you get the value of number to be 97 because it's of course an integer value. But if you try to go ahead with percentage C, of course, the number. So now what we expect over here, guys? Quick guesses. You know the answer already. Yep. Yes. Yes. All right. So this is what you have exactly, guys. Yes, here you would get. So here we use this odd function actually ORD, so which tries to convert our characters to Unicode. Either the way, if you also want to convert, so you can go for something like character CHR. So if I would give CHR of 97, so you would get the value as here. Yes, yes, right. Make sense? So ORD is to convert a character to an Unicode value, as well as you pass some Unicode value. If you want to convert that to a character, you go to CHR function. So all these were built in Python actually. Okay. So maybe if you want to go for some data structures concepts like where you want to create some hash list, okay, where you want to maintain some counts, so there you can go for these functions actually. Okay. So because it doesn't make sense, let's say here I want to store something with the character size of 26 only. So we know that lowercase is having 97 and lowercase z is having 122. So it doesn't make any sense that you start go until size 122 and then you store the indexes. So maybe if you are going for finding something like the problems, if you pick anagrams or pangrams or highest frequency character. Okay, like if you want to go ahead, so of course we take the help of something called hashing. Okay, so there if you want to maintain maybe some array over this, let's say you maintain something like of size 26, 26, 52, before lowercase followed by uppercase. Maybe let's say here I'm maintaining somewhere 26 only considering the lowercase. So this is something to 13, maybe 14 to 26. Okay, let's say you're trying to hold in this way. Okay, so but basically like what exactly you will try to do. So like we know that lowercase a is having the value 97. So but you can't take the array size of 123 and only occupy 97 to 122. So it's just no use of having the value 0 to the index 96, right? So instead that what we can simply try to do is, so whatever the actions you're trying to perform, simply subtract that with a. Okay, so like a minus a, the result would be 0. Okay, let's say maybe if you want to take the value z minus a, the answer would be 26. So this is how it works actually. So in that case, you can simply go for the same size. So z minus a. Okay, so like you get the value. So in this way, you can go and work the way what you want to. So maybe if I consider the value b, so b would be 97, sorry, 98. So 98 minus 97, you get the answer to be 1. Similarly, z minus a, you get the answer to be, so 122 minus 97, the answer would be 25. So 0 to 25 only you occupy. So remaining 96, actually 97. If you go for 122, the starting 97 would be of waste. Okay. So maybe if you work on something like hash list, hash map, okay, dictionaries in Python. So like there we can go and build actually from scratch. So that's it, something about it. Okay, now let's come to the same character part. Okay, so what I was trying to say is, let's see, like guys, do you know what are anagrams about? Maybe if you want to understand like what's hashing, do you know what are anagrams about? Anagrams, any idea to anyone? Anyone over here, anagrams? Yeah, let me explain what exactly happens. No. Okay. Fine, not a problem. Two strings having same letters exactly. So reverse of a word. No, not exactly. Okay, I'll try to take some examples over here. Okay, so maybe let's go for something like life. Okay, so file. Yeah, so you see here life as well as file are having the same length, followed by you see the frequency of each and every character, guys. So L is one in the first string, L is also once in the second string. Similarly, each and every character frequency should match. Okay, maybe if I just go for care, race, something like this. Okay, maybe silent, listen. So all these were said to be anagrams. Maybe I can just take any random example also, which doesn't has any meaning even. Okay, so maybe A, B, B, C, C, triple C, let's say. So now B, A, maybe I'll try to add C, C, and one more C at the start. So you see here in the first one, frequency of A is 2, frequency of B is 2, frequency of C is 3. Is it the same in the second one also, guys? Sorry, guys, can you go on mute? Maybe if you are in. Abhishek, can you please go on mute? All right. Yeah. So the frequency of the characters was same, right? So in this way, we can say these two strings are said to be anagrams. Okay. So maybe if I just go for one more example, like heart, heart, earth, these were anagrams. So it doesn't mean to be like you need to have the meaning in two words. So anything kind of double A, double B, triple C we have taken, right? It should be the same actually. Okay. So in this way, maybe we go for optimization comes into picture. So where we'll try to go further and maybe we'll try to go with the concept of hashing. So where you would maintain the count of each and every respective character and match actually. Okay, like you got the question right, guys. Like you got the question right, what I'm trying to say over here. So now for this, let's say here, so how would we normally perform? Okay, I'll just take 5 minutes to understand what is the concept of hashing. Okay, so let's say here, A, B, B, C, C, C. So you want to find each and every respective character count. So how would we normally try to solve this question? Any idea to anyone? Let's take it. Okay, let's take the same over here. Okay, so if I gave you two strings, so how would you check? Yeah, hash map comes into picture. Exactly. So, but in Java, if you want to go for hash map, there should be some logic exactly happens over there, right? So that's nothing but hashing only. Okay. So any other way, guys? So we go with the basic logic actually. So basic logic meant here, first what I would do, I would pick the character A from the string one. Okay, have to okay. String lengths should be same. Topological sort. Yeah, you can sort both the strings. After both the strings were sorted, if both the strings are the same, then those are said to be anagrams. So, like when you go for actually sorting, the time complexity of topological sort also would be order of n log n. Okay, okay, order of n log n. Right. So, but when you go for hash map, time complexity reduces to n. Okay, so that's the picture of hash map. So let's say the basic logic here is exactly what, guys. So normally I'm just trying to understand. Let's say I'm not having any idea to solve. The first basic way how I'll try to go. So I'll pick the character A. I'll try to find the frequency of the character A in the string one. So what's the frequency of the character A in the string one? It's 2. Correct. So after this, what I'll try to do, I'll also try to find the frequency of the character A in the string 2 even. If you also find the same frequency to be 2, then I can say okay, the first character is fine. Similarly, you go with check the second character, third, fourth, so on until the last you try to do the process. So meaning taking one character, going through the entire string it would be order of n squared time complexity. In order to in order to simplify the same complex logic, so normally hash map can be used, dictionaries can be used, but hash maps, dictionaries, of course, internally uses hashing only. So here now what I would say is, I would simply create something like a list. Okay, so we know how to create an array, right? So let's say this is an array. I'm assuming indexes are from 0, 1, 2, so on. Let's say until 25, guys. Like, what's the purpose? I'm just taking until 25. Okay, you might understand that in next 2 minutes. Let's say we have something like this. I would assume that the name of the, okay, just guys, just give me a second. Guys, just give me a minute. All right, guys. So let me quickly walk through this topic. Okay. So here you just observe. So what I'm trying to do over here is, so just taking the values from 0 to 25. So assuming 0 is the value A and Z is the value 25. Okay, so then how would I do exactly? Okay, so we know that character A ASCII value is 65. If I try to subtract the character A from the same, what I would get? I would get the value 0, right? So I'll just take some list starting from the index 0 to 25. I would go occupy each and every value to 0. So let's say everywhere. So until starting from 0 until the last, I'll keep zeros. So now if I just take the value A, so what do you have? A minus A, you get the value to 0. So in the place of 0, I'll try to increment by 1. So this is how you can say that the count of A is 1. Now what exactly happens? Next, I'll go with the value of I. So again here you just take, you see over here. So A minus A, what do you get again over here? Again it's 0. So again I'll try to increment in place of A by 1. Then you get the value to be 2. Similarly, in the place of B, it would be 2. So here 0, 1, 2 means I'm just assuming that the values are A, the values are B, so on. I'll just go until the last one, the value to be Z. Here we are trying to create the logic from scratch, guys. So that's how it works. So maybe similarly in the place of C also. So if I just consider, you get the frequency to be 3. So what I would try to do, I will try to create similarly one more list. So one I would do for the first string. For this one, let's say I would try to do one more for the second string. If all the frequencies over there and here were matching, so I could say that these are anagrams. So that's it, something about anagrams. So in this way, you can try to work and you use something like that. But let's say here, we know that A value is 65, right? Okay, so A value is 65, right? And capital Z value is 90. Okay, so there is no need to go and build the list or build the array until the size 90. Okay, what meaning what, guys? 0 to 64, you are not trying to use, right? So then doesn't make any sense if you're trying to waste that 65 units of space. Okay, maybe you work with integers or characters, you're trying to waste it, right? So that's something. So what I'm trying to say over here comes the concept of hashing actually. Okay, cool. Yeah, so A minus A, you get the answer to be 0. Simple. So because A value is 65, so internally that converts to an ASCII. So again, 65 minus 65, the value would be 0, guys. Cool. Make sense? Actually, we don't have that much time to get in detail with respect to hashing, guys. Okay, so we'll try to maybe have some other session like where I explain problem solving about. So if not, you can try to find the same in my YouTube playlist. Okay, so what's the difference between order of n and order of log n? So why we use log there? So this question, let's say order of n, meaning I would just take this answer. So 25 times when you're iterating, I would say time complexity would be order of n. Okay. So if your n value is 25 and you're iterating 25 times, you get order of n. So when does log comes into picture? Basically, I would say, so when there is multiplication or division, mostly log comes in, guys. So let's say maybe if you remember, we worked on this program where you find the number of digits, correct? So like what you try to do over there, because you have the while n, you increment count, of course, maybe by 1 and greater than 0 over there. And then what do? You divide your number by 10, right? So here comes a picture of log. Okay, let's say here, maybe quick n2 1 2 3, guys. So how many times that this while loop runs? How many times that this while loop runs, guys? Quick answers. No, not 0 to 9. So number is 123, right? It runs only 3 times, correct? 3 times. So, but we can't say order of n. So we can't say order of n, correct? No, when you divide by 10, what exactly happens, guys? Let's not forget it. Let's say you have the number, you divide by 10, 3 would be removed, you divide by 10, 2 is removed, you divide by 10, 1 is removed. This is how you get, right? 3 times. So basically, 123 you are trying to divide by 10. So time complexity would be log n, guys. So to be very precise, log 10 of n is the time complexity. Okay, like if you know already log 10 of 100, what's the value of log 10 of 100? It's 2, right? It's 2, of course. So 10 square, can we say? So base as well as the number are same. So you get the answer to be 2, correct? Yeah. So maybe if I just go for 123, what you would get? Something 2 point, something like that. No, we are just storing that as an array only, not linked list, only just an array. Okay, so 2 point something you get over there. Okay, 2 point, let's say maybe 2 3 something like that. But maybe if you just round it off, okay, plus 1, you get the number of digits, right? So log comes into picture. Maybe if you remember, so where you have something like binary search, there also log comes into picture. So why log comes into picture? Because you have low to start, high to at the end. When you try to calculate mid, you do low plus high by 2, exactly, right? You are dividing by 2 there. So log 2 of n is a time complexity of binary search. I've also added all these explanations in my playlist, guys. Okay, in the YouTube, you can just watch them. So what is time complexity and all about that stuff. Okay, so one last thing before I wind up. Okay, so we know that character is nothing but 1 byte in C, right? It's 1 byte in C, right? So when I say 1 byte, two scenarios, guys. So only positive scenario to be considered, 0 to 255 comes. So 1 byte means 8 bits. 8 bits means 256. Okay, channel name of the YouTube, it would be the same, my name only, guys, Kushal Deva. I'll try to add the playlist link once post 8. Okay. Yeah, sure, guys, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. No worry. Okay. So let's say if I only consider the positive things, 0 to 255 comes into picture, meaning 256 values. If I consider, let's say, both positive and negative, okay, so 128 would be positive and 128 would be negative. So meaning I would say 0 to 127, okay, and of course you start from minus 128 to minus 1. So this would be the combination, guys. Okay, so here my question is, let's say if you go for positive, then it would be unsigned. Okay, so if I would say positive, that would be unsigned. Okay, if you go for positive as well as negative, I go for signed.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, someone. All right. So got the picture. So let's say now when I'm working with unsigned, if I try to access the value 256, do we have 256 guys? Do we have 256 over there? No. When there is no 256, what exactly happens is it again goes back to the first, meaning 256 would be same as the value 0. So if I would go for 257, so what would be 257? What would be 258? 257 would be 1, 258 would be the value 2. Okay, just very quick to show these things. I'll go to maybe some online compiler. Let's take some online C compiler. The point is you get this in MCQ, okay? Sure. Yeah, we'll make sure. Okay. So let me just go over here. Let's say, guys, I'll just take a character ch to be a, maybe, of course. So we know what's the value of a, and maybe I'll just take unsigned. Just try to understand the picture, guys. So even though I'm trying to use character, let me take the value 255. Let's try to print this. So printf percentage d of ch. Even though it is a character, I'll try to take it into other. Yeah, you got the output to what? 255. Let's take the value 256 now, and let's see what do we get. So we got the value to be 0, right? This is how it works, guys. If I take 258, what do you get? You get the value to be 2. Okay. So maybe if there is some loop they were trying to run, just make sure that if it is unsigned character, if it is trying to go beyond the range, it restarts from 0 to 255. Similarly, if you go for signed, let's say it would be working as 127. Come on. Yeah. And similarly, if I go for 128, that would be minus 128, guys. Because 0 to 127 is the positive range, minus 128 to minus 1 is the negative range. So that's the reason how this would be working. Okay. All right. Makes sense, guys? Understood this point? I took the example of a character so that you would understand it very clearly. Split also works with int, float, long also. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it from the technical side. So Hari sir would be handling the aptitude now. So over to you, sir.
Thanks for giving the opportunity, sir.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen.
Guys, for your information, I've shared the playlist link in the chat. You can go through that. Thank you. Guys, also added the pseudocodes presentation PPT. You can download it from the chat. Guys, just do wait for 3 to 4 more minutes. Hari sir will be continuing with the logical reasoning session. Okay.
Students, is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, myself, Safrin Fatima.
Okay.
Like, I got mail today, sir, about the Infosys placement training from VTU.
Okay.
So, can you explain about this, sir? What we have to do every day about the placement?
What is the mail you have received? Can you read that?
Wait, sir.
Hello, students. We'll start with the Infosys all modules like numerical puzzles and as well as the logical reasoning module. So both the things will have a glance in this session. So let's look at a very simple question available on the screen, expecting you to respond in the chat box. Please observe the question and try to answer the question. Just a simple puzzle. You need to figure out what is the question mark value which is available here. Quickly, we'll go with the all topics like we'll discuss the numerical puzzles and as well as we'll discuss logical deduction, syllogisms, and data sufficiency and data interpretation. We have only 1 hour of time, so I'll be going with a little faster pace. So please try to understand that. And definitely the session is going to share a valuable content for you to write your Infosys exam effectively, and especially this mathematical and logical reasoning questions. Sorry, number puzzles and logical reasoning questions. We don't have mathematics.
Sir, shall I read mail, sir?
Yeah, please do.
Dear students, we are excited to invite you to our next session in the Infosys training program, focusing on logical and in Infosys paper discussion.
Okay.
Don't miss the opportunity to sharpen your skills, learn new problem-solving techniques. Follow link to VTU placement platform below.
So that is the platform which you have joined. So there you can see the recordings. They are just informing you to join the.
Okay, sir.
an information about training sessions to write your exam effectively.
Okay. When do we have the exam, sir?
Exam mostly it will be there on like Wednesday.
This week. Next week.
Yeah, this week, Wednesday, Thursday, 13th, 14th
Okay,
Feb.
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I was projected a question based on the number puzzle, expecting your response. Nobody has responded till now. Is there any students who are joined yesterday's session and available now? Just raise the hand. I will see. If any new students are there, how many new students also will understand? All of you just use the raise hand box so that I can understand that you are participated the last class. Okay, very few members are raised the hand. What about the other students? Is this the first class for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no issue, no issue. And most of them has given the answers. And even if it is the first class, there is no issue at all. You can go through the session. This 1 hour of session is going to give a clear-cut idea to crack the Infosys paper and especially the puzzles. And so basically from the number puzzles, we are going to have 10 marks of weightage, huge weightage, just by covering 4 questions. So we'll look at those 4 questions. So this is a question number 1, which is there. What is the answer for this question 1? So they are asking you to find out the question mark value, right? So you can just look at a simple pattern here. You just observe these numbers. What is the sum of these numbers? 2 plus 11 plus 6. So 17 and 19. And you observe these numbers, 6 plus 4 is 10, 4 plus 9, which is going to be 19. So even though if we go with the sum of these numbers which are available in this side, it should give 19, 2 plus 16 is 18, 18 plus 1 is 19. So the question mark value must be 19. Even if you check here, it is also matching with this 14 plus 4 plus 1, which is equal to 19. So your answer choice must be 19. Mark the answer choice as option A. And most of them has given the answer as 3. I didn't understand why it is 3. How you are thinking? Yeah, exam is only for final years. So let's look at the next question available on the screen so that you will come to know. Please have a glance on the next question. They are asking us to figure out what is the question mark value. This is required. What is the answer, guys? There are 4 circles are given, grids. You have to observe the grids to answer the question. What is the answer? 1. Okay. Yeah, let's have a glance. Like we are able to see these values. They are asking this number. So before that, let me start from here. So if I start from here, I'm able to see 2 here in this place. And from here, I'm able to see 9. And in this, I'm able to see 11. And in this, I'm able to see 7. Now, anyone, can you tell me what is the logic in this? Just observe all the circles, the respective values. 2 is there, 9 is there, 7 is there, 2 is there. 2 plus 9, which is equal to 7. 2 minus 9, which is equal to 7. Sorry, 11 is there, 7 is there. 2 plus 9, 2 minus 9. So that is happening for everything. You can observe 1, 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now tell me what is answer. Yes, exactly. Now the answer will be, it's very simple. They are just taking A value and B value. This circle is representing A plus B for every sector. This circle is representing A minus B for every sector, ignoring the negative value. So if you observe 1 plus 3, which is 4, 1 minus 3 is 2. And 3 plus 2, which is 5, 3 minus 2 should be your answer. 3 minus 2, we know it as 1. Your answer must be 1, available as A, mark it as answer. Hope you are able to understand the point which I'm trying to convey. Is that clear, guys? Do respond in the chat box. Look at the next question available on. Look at this question. Tell me the answer. Do respond in the chat box. So in all number puzzles, there is no specific pattern. So you have to observe the pattern. You have to realize that. That is what is a problem solving ability. Last question I already explained, Swati. Sum of the numbers and difference of the numbers. So they are asking you to find out the question mark value. Utilize these numbers and figure out what is the question mark value. So you are able to see 3, 4, 5. And the middle number is 4. And 6, 7, 8. The middle number is 7. And 7, 11, 9. What is the answer? Very good. Most of them are giving the answer as 9. They are responding it as 9. Nice, nice, nice. Good response from you. So how can we proceed with the solution? Just it is middle number of the sequence 3, 4, 5. The middle number is 4 that they taken in the middle. And even 6, 7, 8. After arranging in the increasing order, middle number is 7 that you can take. And 7, 9, 11. The middle number is 9 that you have to take here. So the question mark value must be 9. Or the other way of thinking at the question, you can observe 3, 4, 5. What is the sum of these numbers? 3, 4, 5, 12. And 12 by 3, if you do, we are getting the 4. That means they are taking the average of the numbers. The average of the numbers is inserted in the middle of the star. So 6, 7, 8, if you find the summation of these numbers, which is going to be 21, 21 by 3 is going to be 7. And here also, the sum of these numbers is equal to 27. 27 by 3 should be your answer. Answer must be 9. Hope everyone is able to understand the point which I am trying to convey. Last question from the number puzzles. So 3 puzzles are over. One more question I'm trying to project. Please have a glance on the question. Tell me what is the answer for the question. Expecting your response. Nice, good response. Most of you are giving the answer as 6. That's good. Let's look at what is the answer. See, you can observe this grid. If you observe this grid, you are able to realize one thing. This is 19, this grid. And you observe this grid, what is the sum of these numbers? 19. You observe this grid, what is the sum of these numbers? Okay, it is 16. But you are able to observe a point here by looking at this. You can able to see, you are able to see a pattern. What is a pattern? The other pattern which you can able to see here very clearly, 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus something should be 7. What is that something? Should be 6. And the same followed here. 6 plus 3 is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. And 9 plus 10 is going to be 19. So that is what is a pattern which is available. Very simple pattern. So you just need to realize what is a pattern from the question so that you can able to answer the question. Are you able to understand this? Okay. Next question on the screen and the last question. We'll move on to next module. We have another modules also to discuss. What is the question mark value? Again, the grids are available. You have to look at the grids and understand what is a possible logic to answer the question. You won't get the answer immediately. You have to think and understand and visualize a pattern. What is the answer choice? You can see there is a simple pattern which is going on here. What is the pattern? See, I want this number. So because we don't know this, let's start with this number. So diagonally, there is a number 7. So what is the logic of getting 5 and 9? I'm trying to observe. By looking at 7 and 2, if I do the subtraction, I will get 5. If I do the addition, I will get 9. So these larger numbers, if you subtract, you can keep it here. And adding, they kept here. So same, the diagonal pattern, you can observe here. So in this pattern, if you can observe, I don't know what is this number, but this number plus this number, because this is addition, this is subtraction. So this number plus this number should be 12. This number minus this number should be 6. What is that number? So x plus 3 is equal to 12. And x minus 6, so x minus 3 is equal to 6. What is that number? Definitely we can say our number is going to be 9. If it is 9, then it is satisfies the condition. Are you getting my point, guys? Very good. A lot of responses with the correct answer choices. Really appreciate. Moving forward with the next one. So next, in the Infosys exam, after the number puzzles, we are going to see syllogism-based questions. And we'll quickly understand what is syllogisms questions and how the syllogisms and logical deduction questions are given. And even if you look at the syllogisms questions are always given with these conditions. So if you observe the conditions, you will get to know how the conditions will be and how can we tackle them. So in all the syllogisms questions, you are going to have 2 statements followed by 2 conclusions. It is numbered as 1 and 2. So after reading these statements and after reading the conclusions, you have to decide which conclusion is a proper conclusion. So if you feel like only conclusion 1 follows, mark the answer as A. If you feel like conclusion 2 follows, mark it as B. If you feel like either of them are following, mark it as C. If you feel like neither of them are following, mark it as D. If you feel both are following, mark it as E. That is what is your task. But one thing is, while you are reading the statements are going to be little variant from commonly knowing facts. So that is a point we have to keep it in mind. So commonly knowing facts means, for example, they given a statement like this: all buses are cars. So if this is a statement, all buses are cars, if it is a statement, so you should not have any question in your mind, sir, how come buses will become cars? So you have to take the given statement as true and you have to proceed with the solution. You should not have any question like how come buses will become cars and all. So to understand this, I will take one example so that you will get a clarity how the question is exactly going to be given in the exam. These option choices you no need to by heart. Anyways, that option choices are given in the examination. So you just need to focus on the statements and the conclusions which are given there. And based on that, you have to solve the question. Look at the statements and conclusions. Anyways, I'll help you out in solving the question. You no need to worry about it because it is a first question. So all the books are pens. This is a first statement. All the pens are pencils. This is a second statement. All books are pencils. Some pencils are pens. If you read the complete question, you won't understand anything. So that is the reason the way of approach of solving the question should be like this. What you need to do is do not read the complete question. Okay. Reading complete question is not going to be helpful for you. First, you have to read the given statements. That's it. You no need to read the conclusions. And what is your task is read the given statements and try to draw the Venn diagram based on the given statements. That is what is your task is. So all books are pens is a statement. All books are pens. How can we take this? All books are pens. Let's take this circle is representing books. So he mentioned that all the books are pens. All the books are pens. I'm trying to represent like this. All these books are going to be pens. And all the pens are pencils. All the pens are pencils. I'm drawing like this. So if you draw like this, 50% of the answer is over. The remaining 50% of the answer will depend on reading the statements and deciding which conclusion is following. Reading the conclusion, deciding which conclusion is following. So let me read the first conclusion. So what is the first conclusion which they have given? If you observe, the first conclusion which is available here is all books are pencils. So where is books? If you observe, this is books. And he's saying that all the books are pencils. And what is pencils? Pencils indicates a larger circle. So do you think is this conclusion is correct? Respond in the chat box. Do you think is this conclusion is correct? All the books are pencils. Yes, yes. Because the smaller circle is available in the larger circle, definitely we can say all the books are pencils is going to be a proper right conclusion for us. And let me look at the second conclusion. And what is the second conclusion? Some pencils are pens. So is that the correct? Some of the pencils are pens is a statement which they are giving. So some pencils, you look at pencils are here. So a middle circle. So some of these pencils are pens. Okay. So pencils are here. So this larger circle, any part of the larger circle is pencils only. So if you take these pencils, which are available inside the pens, so definitely we can say some of these pencils are acting like pens. So definitely conclusion 2 is also correct. So in this case, you are going to mark your answer choice as, because conclusion 1 is correct, conclusion 2 is correct. You will be marking your answer choice as both 1 and 2 will follow. Both 1 and 2 will follow. So you will mark the answer as option D here. Hope everyone is able to understand my point. And while you are solving the question, what is the thing which you are going to see is you will come across with this type of statements only all the time. So what type of statements and what is the skill required for us in solving this type of questions is only thing student must know how to draw the diagrams for this. So drawing the diagrams for this is not going to be challenging. Let's observe once. You will get a clarity. All A's are B's. So these are the common keywords will come across. All, some, and no. So all A's are B's is a statement. All A's are B's. How can we take it? Let's assume this circle is A's. All A's are B's. So you can represent all A's are B's as like this. Or otherwise, if you are not comfortable with that, if some A's are C's, something like that is available in the statement, you can also represent all A's or B's in this way. Okay. And some A's are B's. If this is a question, let's take these are A's and these are B's. So he said that some of the A's are B's. So some of these A's are B's. You can represent in this way. Some A's are not B's. Let's take these are A's. And some A's are not B's. These are B's. So these A's are not B's. These A's are B's. Some A's are not B's is a statement. You can say the diagram like this. No A is B is a statement. That means let's take this is A and this is B. So there is no A is B means there is no overlapping between A and B. These two are the disjoint sets you can represent in this way. And these are the common words which you are going to see while you are reading the questions. So this is the only skill which is required. Once you know this, solving the question is definitely not going to be any more challenging part for us. So let's have a glance on the practice questions which I have taken based on the syllogisms. Let's have a look at question number 1, which is available on the screen. What is your task is very, very simple task. Just look at the question, draw the diagram and read the conclusions and decide which conclusion is follows. So use the rough sheet, look at the statements parallelly while you're reading the statements, draw the Venn diagram. And after drawing the Venn diagram, you try to read the conclusions and decide which conclusion is a proper conclusion. Based on that, you can mark the answer as either A or B or C or D or E. Someone is saying both. Okay, good response. It's very simple. You won't take more than 20 seconds to mark the answer. Just you focus on the screen, read the statements and decide which conclusion is going to be correct. Only one is correct. Very good. I appreciate Anusri. You have given the correct answer. Sakshi, Pavani, Pallavi, Sanjana. Very good. Very good. Vanita, Anusha, Sakshi, Devika, Shobha, Preeti, Sharada, all of them has given the correct answer, Chase. Tanujasri, Shilpa. Right. So let's look at how can we draw the diagram. It's not going to be challenging part for us. So all trees are gardens. So how can we put it into the diagram? All trees are gardens. I'm trying to draw like this. So I'm taking these are trees and all these trees are gardens. I'm just drawing like this. And then I realized some trees are fruits. So to pick some trees, it would be little clumsy diagram for me. So that is the reason I'm drawing the diagram once again like this. So without violating the condition, he said all the trees are gardens. So all these trees are gardens. I'm drawing like this. Only some trees are fruits. So that's the reason I'm taking some of the trees are going to be fruits. So I'm done with the 50% of the answer. Now my task is to look at the option conclusions and decide which conclusion is correct. If you look at the first conclusion, some trees are fruits is a conclusion which they have given. Is that true? Some trees are fruits. So you look at some of these trees are definitely fruits. It is definitely going to be a proper conclusion for us. And all gardens are fruits. You look at this. Is this gardens are fruits? No, this is not available in the fruits, right? All the gardens are fruits. How come it will become correct? Most of them as given initially as both 1 and 2 are true. How come the second one is correct? Second one is not a correct conclusion. So you will be marking the answer. Only conclusion 1 follows. So only conclusion 1 follows means as per the option choices, which option you will be marking? Look at the options again. I'm showing which option you will mark in the exam. Do remember this option choices. We'll be marking the answer as option A. Look at the next question available on the screen. I'm expecting your answer. Respond in the chat box. Look at the statements, draw the diagram, read the conclusion, decide which conclusion is followed. Very good. Good response from the students. So let's look at all dates are times. How can we represent? Let's take these are the dates. All these dates are times. All times are watches. We are done with the diagram. Now read the conclusions. Some watches. If you read the first conclusion, some watches are dates. Is that the proper conclusion? You look at the things. Some watches are dates. What is watches? Larger circle is the watches. Okay, some of these watches are dates. Yes, inside the larger circle, some part is going to be available in the dates. Some watches are dates is definitely a proper conclusion. And some times are dates. Is that true? So you can look at these are the times, this middle circle. And some of these times are dates. Definitely this is also a proper conclusion. So you fix your answer choice as both 1 and 2 will follows. That is available as option E. You can mark the answer choice as option E there. Students, are you able to understand my point? Did you got a clarity on solvation of the question? Because we'll be having 5 questions based on this. Very, very simple. Easily you can get the answers. Yeah, most of the students are positively responding that they are able to understand. Yes, let's move on to the next question just for the practice, expecting your answer in 10 seconds. What is the answer? Quick. Look at the statements, draw the rough diagram, read the conclusions, decide which conclusion follows. That's it. That's very simple. Nothing complex. Just to look at the statements, read the conclusions and decide. So what they have given, let's observe. I got a few responses, good response. So let's draw the diagram. All rooms are boxes. Okay, let's take these are the rooms. So all rooms are boxes. So let me draw like this. All the rooms are boxes. No box is a table. What is the meaning of no box is a table? No box is a table means box and table should not overlap. So those two are disjoint sets. So I'm drawing the diagram in this way. And now if you have a glance on the conclusions to decide which conclusion is correct. No room is a table. Is that true? No room is a table. Rooms are here. Rooms are here. Rooms are here. Tables are here. So no room is a table is the correct conclusion? Yes, sure. Some rooms are tables is definitely wrong. Rooms and tables are not overlapping at all. Anjula, how come both are false? Any student is having any doubt? My answer is only conclusion 1 follows. Is that true? Okay, let's look at the next question. Very good question. You will be learning a new point here. Please look at. Fatima, these type of questions will come under logical reasoning questions. Okay. First, we have seen number puzzles. No, that is one module, which is having 4 questions and 10 marks. And this will come under logical reasoning questions, where you are going to see 15 questions and the weightage is going to be 25 marks. Yeah, you can use. Most of you are given the response, only 2 follows. Sneha is saying 1 follow. Noor is also saying 1 follows. Both can be possible, neither 1 nor 2. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good question. Why I said it is a good question. Now you will realize, please have a glance on the question once, you will get to know. All tests are exams. How can we draw this diagram? All tests are exam. Let's take these are the test. This circle is the test. So all tests are exam. I'm drawing like this. No test is a result. No test is a result. So let's assume that I'm taking the diagram in this way. No test is a result. So if I go like this with this diagram, some exams are results. Is that true? Exams are here, results are here. There is no overlapping. No, definitely it is wrong. No exam is a result. It is right because exam and result are disjoint sets. But if you look at the statements once again, there is another possible diagram for the same. All test or exam, you can also draw like this. And no test is a result. They are just saying that test and results should not overlap. So still we can draw like this. There is no violation of the given statements from this. But when you draw like this, some exams are results. Is that true? Definitely, yes, it is true. No exam is a result. Is that true? No, it is false. That means if you are doing from this, one is wrong, second one is correct. If you are doing from this, first one is correct, second one is wrong. That means which option we have to pick now? If 1 follows, 2 will not follow. If 2 follows, 1 will not follow. So this type of questions, we have to go with the answer choice as either 1 or 2 will follow. That means our answer choice must be, which one? Tell me, what is your answer? What is your answer? Yes, exactly. Very good. Good response from the students. Your answer must be either 1 or 2 follows. That means that if 1 follows, 2 will not follow. If 2 follows, 1 will not follow. That's the meaning of that. Hope you are able to understand this. I'm projecting one last question based on this so that we'll move on to other ones. Very good. I really love your responses. It's boosting my energy to teach more. Kirti, yes, I will share the yesterday recorded class. You can just go to YouTube. Okay. So if you go to YouTube, you can see Maitri Academy channel. So it's my channel. So in this channel, you can see all the aptitude related topics. Okay. So aptitude related topics and all the different competitive examination topics you can see. So you can see the playlist, all the topics of aptitude and the information related to that, and TCS exam and other examinations like Accenture. So it is a very useful channel for your aptitude preparation. I'm expecting all of you, please go and subscribe and support me for making more videos on the placement preparation. And yesterday's record class, today's record class also you can find there. I'll be uploading after the session. What is the answer for this now? Most of them are already given the answer chess. So I guess it's not required to discuss, but anyways, I'll be discussing. So some bikes are trucks. So some bikes, let's take these are the bikes. So some of these bikes are trucks. Sorry, some of the bikes are trucks. Not all bikes are trucks. So I'm taking bikes like this. Some of the bikes are trucks. All trucks are cars. So now if you look at some cars are trucks, is that true? Yes, some cars are trucks is definitely true. And no car is a truck. How come it is true? So some cars are trucks. No, no car is a truck is false. So you can say your answer is only one will follow. Are you clear, guys? Yeah, some students are asking, can you share the syllabus of the Infosys exam? See, Infosys campus placement exam, I will show you the test pattern, latest test pattern. So based on that, you can get to know what is the syllabus. See, you can take the screenshot if you want, all the students. So this is the actual test pattern. So in the test pattern, you can see reasoning ability, 15 questions and 25 marks. And this is reasoning ability. And apart from that, numerical puzzles, 4 questions, 10 marks. So both are having higher weightage topics apart from verbal. So verbal is also having higher weightage. You can observe 35 marks from here. Verbal ability test, English grammar test, English written test. Students should have good communication skills and good writing skills to solve the Infosys paper. So apart from that, from mathematically, good reasoning skills required. And that will help you to solve the technical coding questions also. So technical is having another 20 marks of weightage. So 35 is huge. See, verbal 30, and aptitude is 35, and technical is 20. This is what is the thing. So in the reasoning ability, out of 15 questions, you will be seeing 5 questions from syllogisms, 5 questions from data sufficiency, 5 questions from the other module called the data interpretation. From the pseudocode, we can directly see 4 number puzzle-based questions. Okay. Is that clear, guys? Shall I go to the next topic? Do respond in the chat box. Quick. Okay, please look at the next topic. So we have seen the questions which are related to this, right? The next topic is going to be logical deductions. So what is logical deductions and how to tackle logical deduction questions? We'll try to understand by taking one simple question. Please have a glance on the question. All of you read the question. Anyways, I'll help you out in solving this. It is also more syllogisms kind of statements only you'll be seeing, but solving the question will be little different. I will tell you the approach of solvation of the question so that it would be easy to tackle the questions in the exam. So without wasting time, I will tell you the approach. So there are 6 statements are given. So you have to followed by 4 sets of combination. So these 4 options are given, which is having the combination. So choose a set in which the third sentence can be logically derived from the first 2. See, for example, first option is given as A, B, C. So out of A, B, C, A, B should be the statements. It should give or drive us to mark the answer side. Answer is going to be C. So for example, for this question, let's assume first option is correct, ABF. So ABF means what is A? A is indicating all fruits are flowers, and all fruits are not edible. F indicates all flowers are edible. So using this, can you conclude this? Definitely not possible. You look at this one. BDE. So all fruits are not edible, and all flowers are poisonous, and some poisonous are fruits. This is also not a proper conclusion. So, but if you look at this option A, D, E, what is this option is talking about? A, D, E, if you observe, option A is telling that all the fruits are flowers. All the fruits are flowers. And option D is indicating that all the flowers are poisonous. Using this, will you conclude E? What is E? Some poisonous are fruits. Yes, some of the poisonous are going to be fruits. That's possible. So like that, you have to deduct the data, and in the deduction, for example, if ABC is the answer, AB should be statement, C should be the conclusion. So it is also similar type of syllogism question. And while you are solving this question, I suggest you to look at the, for example, here, if I want to solve the question, first I will read E. So some poisonous are fruits. This is a conclusion. Is AD is having that words of poisonous are fruits? You can check. So A is having fruits or flowers, and D is having flowers or poisonous. So fruits and flowers, and this conclusion is okay. Fruits are flowers, flowers are poisonous. So from this, he's saying some of the poisonous are going to be fruits. This is a proper conclusion. That is how the question is given. Hope that point is clear for you. And I'm projecting another question to you. Another question to you. You can solve this. For the practice, I'm giving a question. You look at this question, tell me what is the answer. We'll have 7 minutes, please do faster. I will discuss one data sufficiency question also, if you give the answer for this. So most of them are saying D. Let's look at what is D here. B, A, D. B. What is our condition? First two statements should derive the third one. So if you look at B, some heroes are having fans. Okay. P is hero. And D is telling that P may have fans. Yes, it's true. Some heroes are having fans. P is the hero, and P will definitely have some fans. So this is a proper conclusion which we can derive. So mark your answer as option D. Hope the point is clear. And moving forward to the next topic, which is going to be data sufficiency. We'll discuss one question so that you will get a clarity. We have left with another 5 minutes. So we'll do that. So let me project the question directly to you. So always the data sufficiency questions are given like this. There will be a question followed by two statements as statement 1 and statement 2. You have to read the question and you have to decide which statement is going to be a proper statement to answer your question. If you feel like if statement 1 alone is sufficient, you can mark the answer as option A. If you feel like statement 2 alone is sufficient, you mark the answer as option B. If you feel like both 1 and 2 are sufficient, you mark the answer as C. If you feel like each alone is sufficient, you mark it as D. If both are not sufficient, mark it as E. These are always going to be common. Okay. So using these options, you have to mark the answer choice. So you won't understand this. I will project the questions so that you will get some clarity on the understanding of this. And I will also tell you what is the approach of solvation of the question. From now onwards, instead of projecting A, B, C, D, E, I will be only projecting like this. You please realize this A is indicating one alone is sufficient, B indicates two alone, C indicates both, E indicates either, D indicates either of the one is sufficient, E indicates both are sufficient. So let's have a glance on that. Look at the question available on the screen. Explain one question clearly. Please listen carefully, all of you. So after that, you can answer the questions. So all of you, please observe how to deal with the question. What is our approach of the solvation of the question? Very important. Please do listen. What is the value of xy? This is my question. What is the value of xy? That means x into y they need. So to find out xy, what is required for us? To find out xy, we need the value of x and we need the value of y. See, for example, x value is 3, y value is 4. Can you say xy value? Yes, we can say definitely. It is 3 into 4, 12. So like that, they are asking whatever is a question is there. So read that question and observe what is required to solve that question. Not only this. For example, the question is, what is the area of a circle? So if that is a question, what is required to tell the area? I'm expecting your response in the chat box. What is required to tell the area of a circle? So as soon as we read the question, we should understand, okay, this is required. So once you know, yes, all of you are giving the answer as radius. That's fine. Very good. So once you know what is required, you look at the statements and decide which statement is giving your radius. Based on that, you will be marking the answer. If statement 1 alone is giving, you mark it as A. If the radius you get by statement 2, you mark it as 2. If both are required, mark it as C. Both are each alone is sufficient, mark it as D. And if both are also not giving the answer, mark it as E. That is what is the approach. Now in this question, I need to figure out what is the value of xy. And in the first statement, I have a information that average of xy is 7. That means x plus y by 2 is 7. That means x plus y is 14. So by knowing x plus y is equal to 14, will you say x and y values individually? Dear students, can you do respond once? Will you say x and y values using x plus y is equal to 14? See, we may say the values like 1 and 13 or 0 and 14. So many possible values you can give, but you cannot say exactly what is x and exactly what is y. That's a problem. So because we are not able to say the answer from the statement number 1, what I suggest you to do is go with the elimination of the option choices. So please do eliminate the options. See, first option is not giving the answer. So first statement is not giving the answer means option A is wrong. And even option D is also wrong. Why? Because option D is indicating each alone statement is sufficient. So, but first one is not giving the answer. Immediately you eliminate option A and D. And what is the second one? X and minus y average is 1. That means x minus y by 2 is 1. That means x minus y is equal to 2. And very, very important instruction. When you are reading statement number 2, read only statement number 2. Don't carry forward the statement number 1 information to the statement number 2. This is a common mistake students will be doing. That's why important instruction for you is read the statements alone. Read the statements alone. This is the important thing which you have to keep it in mind. So when you do this, x minus y is equal to 2. Will you get the answer of x and y? No, definitely not. But if you merge these two, will you get the answer? Yes, x plus y is 14, x minus y is 14. If you merge these two, when you take the equation 1 and equation 2, if you add up them, we can say 2x value is equal to 16, x value will be equal to 8. And once you know x is equal to 8, we can easily say y value is 6. From that, we can say xy value. But solving xy value is not required because the type of the question is what? The type of the question, I already named it. This type of question is named as data sufficiency. So data sufficiency, the name itself is indicating you no need to solve the complete question. You just need to check whether the given data is sufficient to answer your question or not. If the given data is sufficient to answer your question or not. That's why the name of this topic is data sufficiency. So you no need to calculate the complete answer for the question. That is what is the point. So that means xy value, you no need to calculate and tell us. So what is xy, whether you are able to get the value of xy using the statements or not, that is the only thing which is required from your end. So xy, so first statement, x plus y is equal to 14. Using this, I cannot answer the question because statement is wrong. Eliminate A and D. So that is what I have mentioned here. You can also observe. If first one is wrong, statement one is right. Statement one is wrong. You can eliminate A and D. B, C will be the answer. If statement one is right, answer may be A and D. Remaining you can eliminate easily. So that anyways, I will explain you. Second statement is also not giving the answer because x minus y is equal to 2. So because we are not getting the answer, eliminate this. Okay. Now, if you look at these two, C and E, by merging these two, if you get the answer, mark it as C. Merging these two, if you are not getting the answer, mark it as C. But merging these two is giving the answer, mark it as C. What is C indicates? What is C indicates? Yeah, C indicates both. Yeah, most of the students are saying they are not able to understand. Anyways, I will project the next question to you. With that question, I will explain the complete concept again. Look at this question. So because of the students request, I'm explaining again. Please listen carefully. It is having 5 marks of weightage in the exam. First thing, follow these instructions. First thing, read the question. What is the speed of the train? Second thing, go to the statement number 1. Read only statement number 1. And eliminate the options based on this. Elimination every time is required. After that, read only statement number 2. Only statement number 2. Don't carry the first information to this and try to eliminate options. And after you are doing this individual statements, then you merge these two statements and use that data. That is what I'm trying to tell you. So now, if you look at here, they are asking what is the speed of the train. Can anyone tell me what is the speed formula? Distance traveled in specific duration of time. So to get the speed of the train, what are required for us? This is important. This is what I'm expecting from your end. Yes, realizing what is important. So to get the speed, I need distance, I need time. So which option is giving that? Let's focus. So it's a basic concept given from the trains problems. 220 meters long train crossing a pole in 11 seconds. So if a train is crossing a pole, which is available on the platform, the speed of the train will be given as speed. Basic formula is the distance by time taken. So distance covered to cross the pole will be directly the length of the train. So, and time taken is anyways given in the question. If you have these two, you can get the speed. That means here, distance or length of the train is given, which is 220. Even I know the time taken to cross the pole as 11. So definitely I will be getting the speed of the train using these two statements. So this one statement, that's why I'm directly marking the answer as A and I'll eliminate the other ones. That's it. If you're not getting the answer, eliminate option A and it is. That's why if the first one is correct, do not eliminate all. I'm telling you. So eliminate, fix the answer as either A or D. Eliminate B, C, E. That is what I told you. So if the first statement is correct, answer can be either A or D. If the first statement is wrong, answer can be either B, C, E. You can eliminate option A and option D from the scenario directly. So now I'm reading the second statement. 220 meters long train crossing a platform in 44 seconds. So this is available in the trains concept. If it is trying to cross a platform, the total distance covered will be the length of the train and length of the platform. That means the speed will be given as distance by time. Here distance covered will be length of the train plus length of the platform divided by time taken. That's how you will get it. But if you observe here, train length is given in the question, but platform length is not there. This is not there. So we need 3 parameters to get the speed, right? In this case. So because it is not there, it is not going to give your answer. Because it is not giving the answer, you eliminate option D, you mark the answer as option A. See, for more clarity, you can go to data sufficiency, go to My3 Academy channel, and there you can just type data sufficiency questions in the playlist. You can go through the data sufficiency questions there. I made videos on it. You can go through it. So anyways, because I have explained this, I want you to solve one question. So I'm projecting the other questions for you. Look at the next question. Yeah, please observe the question. You will be learning one new point here. Fast. Approach is very important. So why D? Nice question. D indicates each alone statement is sufficient. And do remember, always while we are solving data sufficiency questions, you need to get a single unique answer. You should not get multiple answers. They're asking what is the value of X. Let's look at the statement number 1. What is statement number 1? X square is equal to 4. See, all of you do respond in the chat box. If X square is equal to 4, what is X value? What is X value? Please tell me. I need your response.
2.
What? See, I got more than 60 responses immediately, except Supriya. Remaining all are wrong. Supriya is telling very clearly it is plus or minus 2. And that is what is most of them are missing. Maunisha is also saying it is plus or minus 2. So because minus 2 whole square or plus 2 whole square, it will give the value of 4 only. That means what is the value of X means X can be either plus 2 or minus 2. So that means we are not able to say exact value of X or unique value of X. So because we are not able to say exact value, answer cannot be option A and D. Look at the second one. X lies between minus 10 to plus 10. X lies between minus 10 to plus 10 means again you will have multiple values for X. So that is also wrong. Now you merge these two and decide what is the answer. If you merge these two, will you get the unique answer for X? No, because minus 10 to plus 10 means minus 2 will be there, plus 2 will be there. Again, still you will get 2 answers. So that is the reason answer for the question must be option E. Students, do respond. Are you clear now? So are you able to understand? Are you with me? Are you with me? Please have a glance on this now. I'm expecting your response. See, this is what I'm not expecting from your end. Don't blindly read both the statements. That's a common thing every student will do. That is the difference. then if you give the answer as both 1 and 2, then what is the need of the training? What you learned from the points which I have told you? See what I'm telling you. Read the statements individually. If you look at complete question, always you will feel, sir, P and Q are available in the question, so both are required. Like that, every time, every question you will think like both is a possible answer. That's why I told you. That's why I told you, look at them individually. Someone is saying E, someone is saying D. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's look at what is this thing? 2PQ plus PQ square divided by PQ. What is common here? PQ is common, right? So let me take PQ common factor in the numerator. Then what is left? 2 plus P. P is anyways taken common factor. 2 plus Q divided by PQ. These two will be gets cancelled. What is the leftover term now? What is the leftover term? 2 plus Q, right? 2 plus Q means what is required to solve this question? Only Q value. So statement 1, after reading, P is equal to 2. That is wrong. Eliminate A and D. Statement 2, Q is equal to 1. That is right. Mark the answer B. So please realize from this, do not read the complete statements. Look at them individually. Last question on the screen. Read them. Give me the answer. With that, we'll wind up the session. Final year students. Lavanya is saying E. Did you remember what is A, B, C, D, E? Okay, both indicate C. B indicates statement 2 alone. Both ante C. Kirti, in our Maitri Academy channel, it will get uploaded. It's just we are editing that, will be posted. So keep tuned to Maitri Academy. Yeah. So without wasting time, let me discuss what is required here. What is the product of ABCD? Sorry, does the product of ABCD is equal to 1? ABCD is equal to 1 or not is a question. So we have to tell which statement is giving that answer. So they mention that AB by CD equal to 1. What it means that AB is equal to CD. By knowing AB is equal to CD, can we say ABCD equal to 1? AB is equal to CD means it can be 1 equal to 1, 2 equal to 2, 3 equal to 3, 4 equal to 4, like that. If it is 1 equal to 1, then AB is 1, CD is 1, then we can say ABCD is 1. If this is the case, then you will get 4. Now 9, 16, like that. There are so many possible values. We cannot say the answer using this. Eliminate A and D. And what is statement number 2? A is equal to 1 by B. That means AB is equal to 1. C is equal to 1 by D. That means CD is equal to 1. By knowing AB and CD, can we say ABCD is equal to 1? Yes, by doing the product, I'll get 1. Mark the answer as B. Navya, please check the YouTube Maitri Academy. There you can see all the videos. You don't worry. Hope you understand. Thank you so much. Please leave your valuable feedback here. How was the session? Yeah, recording will be provided by Xcelerator portal also. You can see there. How was the session? Please give me your feedback so that we'll understand. Yes, useful. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. You can leave the session now. They are previous year questions, yes. I'm not Ravi, I'm Hari. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, guys.